morning, Sagittarius. How are you, gang gang? Sagitt, you know what? I feel like this is a pep talk, to be quite honest with you. A lot of this feels like it's a pep talk. I don't know that like anything surprising will come through, but because we just started Mercury retrograde, which is really interesting because it's in Virgo. And with the Leo new moon, it kind of, for me, I mean, I'm no expert, but it feels like almost like a push and pull energy with fire being there. We get all excited about things moving forward, and we even feel it. But then we have Mercury retrograde in Virgo pulling us back and saying, well, there's this, that, and the other. You got to deal with this first. And of course, we always I feel like the main reason that Sagittarius doesn't like Mercury retrograde, aside from the way that communication flows, which is terrible. I feel like we don't like it because it's a delay. It's for a lot of things revisiting the past, and that's not something Sagittarius is really interested in doing. And we really want to move forward, but it's almost like the energy won't let us do that. And so that can be a little triggering. It actually can. And it can actually cause us to kind of lose inspiration, which is what we are really, really driven by. And so, it can cause little tests in our optimism. And, I will tell you one thing that Sagittarius cannot quantify is not being happy. Like if there's anyone who absolutely needs to be happy, it is Sagittarius. And I don't think that people really grasp it. We're not just happy. We need to be happy. And so, yeah, that can be a challenging energy, right? So, yeah. Sagittarius, if you're looking for personal readings, please check out the link in my description. I am I'm doing a manifestation ritual, which is really beautiful. To what it actually does is it programs you towards abundance. That's what it does. So thanks for those who signed up for it, and there are still some spots, but I also am offering an August special until the 15th. It will not be no longer available after the 15th, and there is a choice of two things. So, okay. That's me. Sagittarius, because, I'm not sure that, there's anything surprising happening here. If you follow astrology, they've already said that this week is going to be not a whole lot going on, but it's getting us ready for things that are going to be going on. And you may be struggling with your mindset at this point, right? Especially, they do nothing but tell us how much we're manifesting. And if you look at the readings, a lot of them say that we are manifesting on fleek, right? We are, we're always manifesting, that's for sure. But there isn't a lot of energy of moving forward at this time. But, and that may be what you're feeling. What Mercury retrograde teaches us are that we have to, tie up loose ends. There may be details that come up that you need to look at. Okay. And patterns and everything. And what it does is really get you ready for the ultimate success, so that when those big things come in, you're like, oh, no problem. I got this, right? So the universe really wants you to look forward, but it's not exactly making moves per se, but they want you to open up to the abundance mindset, right? Open up to abundance. Like, things may be challenging for you, but keep your heart open to things working out, to you getting all of those things that you want, because our thoughts pull this in, right? And it may be really hard, y'all, to keep the faith. With the Ten of Pentacles reversed, it's kind of like, it's just been hard. Maybe you've been going through challenges. Maybe money isn't great. Maybe, these things that you've been wanting, because the Ten of Pentacles are they're legacy things. They're things that set us up for the future and things we're going to do for a really long time. And maybe you've been struggling for a really long time, but you are being asked to do this, to open your heart to getting every single thing you want. And knowing that just because things go badly doesn't mean you don't deserve these things. Like, I think too, we kind of, on some level, will be like, well, maybe it's my fault, but it's not. It's not. So a lot of this is about the journey. So underneath is release attachments, study. So there could be an opportunity for you to learn something new. There could be signs coming in. And I do see this where maybe it's great to have goals, but it's also great to be open to other things. So maybe you need to learn more about these things that you want, or, maybe you need to learn something new. These are things we can do in this in-between stage. So what you're receiving is there is progress, Sag. There is progress. The horse is here. It's a progression. There's change coming in your journey, and you may receive communication. Now, the Six of Pentacles, and we were seeing it yesterday, that is about balance. It is about meeting somebody halfway, or, stuff like that. It has to do with give and take. But it kind of feels like this may be happening. I mean, maybe you are working something out with people, because that tends to happen during this time, but it could also be receiving a gift, Sag, to be honest. Someone could be giving you something that is going to help you in this journey. Yeah, I feel like, look at this, Queen of Swords with the Ace of Swords, and the world. You're receiving information. You're receiving information that you're going to need, Sag. Sometimes that's what the delay is about too, right? And they're telling you, like, I feel it almost feels like this is, if you didn't watch yesterday's reading, definitely watch it. But, Enterprise, which is Aries and Jupiter, and then we have Taurus and Saturn, which is really telling you, you are going to be successful. Luck is on your side. Whatever it is that your goal is, you are going to be successful, but don't take shortcuts. Don't take shortcuts to this. And it's kind of telling you, keep everything above board, right? The journey's supposed to move. The journey has its own time frame. And sometimes when we experience delays, it's because there's more for us to know. There's something more we need to know. And yeah, let's look at the influence here. Challenge, and this is about your goal. And, there are challenges here that you may be trying to escape from. But because you just don't have an answer. And what they're telling you is that the answer's in your memory. The answer's in your memory, Sag. So it could be like, maybe you're just supposed to remember, the ways in which you overcame things in the past, right? And you know, avoiding it or overindulging yourself in other things, like, you know, sometimes how we will comfort eat, you know, is not the answer. You know, so there is, like, we are seeing hangman energy too. Really, really kind of strong Sag, right? Underneath the deck, Sagittarius, Three of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Whatever issues or problems or delays or that are, you know, triggering you at this point, there are solutions to them, but it's just telling you that it's going to take longer. And I know that I'm going to get some comments about that, but that's the way it goes. I mean, when we have more to learn, then it takes a little bit longer, and we have to learn to be, you know, focus on the journey, the process. That is what it's all about. Okay, so the kind of day it's going to be is going to seem kind of slow, honestly. But it's not going to feel really bad because the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Wands is here. Now, the Six of Swords is here too. You may be working things out with people that you've known for a long time. It talks about there may be an opportunity here to bring harmony in, or it can just seem like things are finally starting to work out. You know, slowly, Sag, for sure, slowly. You know, and what's also really interesting is that because we're in the middle of our journey, you know, it's with the sixes, we're starting to make progress, right? And you're starting to make progress towards what you ultimately want, you know, but it can be that it's still taking some time, and you're going to have help along the way. That's what you need to know, and that's what you need to embrace. Because I was even, when I was doing my own reading, I was seeing that. You know, we have to be able to collaborate, and there seems to be some of that energy happening. You know, what's supporting you is the Hangman. You know, if you take a minute, and you probably will, because what else are you going to do, right? You take a minute to reflect on things, then you're going to see things in a different light. Okay? And the challenge is the world. It's like wanting this change. It's wanting the lessons to be over, wanting to just get on with things. But, you know, it's also about doing good things with, like, when you feel like things have come to a standstill, or you feel like things are stagnant, it's about redirecting your mind. You know, it can be an opportunity. Maybe that's the way you're seeing it. You know, yeah. It's hard, though. It's hard. But what's interesting is there may be something here that you've been worried about. That's about to be rectified. That's your curveball. You're not going to see it right away, but that's about to be turned around for you. Yeah. So what are you worried about, Sag? What are you worried about? This would be something definitely that's been on your mind. It could be moving towards, you know, things moving forward. It could be, you know, even healing something with someone or anything, right? It's just something that's been weighing heavily on your mind, is about to turn around, is about to move forward, is about to be healed. I love this, Sag. And the takeaway is the Chariot, the Page of Wands, and Temperance. I see once again, it's like, don't give up on what you're doing, and there's such an energy here of don't look for a quick fix. Because they're kind of telling you that there is not a quick fix. Even though the Chariot's very quick, there's still something to be figured out here, especially with Temperance, because Temperance is where we make, you know, we make things better. We figure out how to take the rocks and make diamonds, you know? It's like there's something still to be balanced out, to be figured out, and it will come together. It's just not, so it doesn't mean that, oh, boop, I do something else. Because the Page of Wands, as much as we love the Page of Wands for the good news and the excitement and everything, the Page of Wands can be impulsive. And so don't give up before things are getting ready to be worked out. You know, by the universe. By the universe, you're going to figure out how to make things work. And so, yeah, I feel this huge energy of don't give up, Sagittarius. I really do. I really do. So, don't forget, you may be getting a message from someone who wants to help you. But let's look deeper, Sagittarius, and let's look at what you don't see coming. The Ace of Spades. So there's a decision coming up, and you know, this may be about collaboration, but it could also be that you're getting help in making this decision. And this is about a positive change in your life, something you've always really wanted to do. Okay, but money may be a problem. It may cause arguments with others over money. But here's a yes for you. And we keep seeing, like, and fives, of course, represent change. And we keep seeing the energy of something about your home life changing. And that's what it's telling you. That's indeed what it's telling you. This is something new. So some of you may be moving to a new home. I love that. Or getting a new relationship. Okay. So, I mean, I don't know what this thing is that you've always wanted to do. But you may be doing it with others. You may be, because this is about teamwork. This is about collaboration. Maybe you haven't, you know, maybe some other people are loving some idea you have, but you're not used to working with others. Who knows? But we will look at that at the extended. Otherwise, we'll be here all day, right, Sag? Okay. So let's see what the final words are from the universe and your spirit guides. What are the final words for you today? I feel like you know, and it could be even that learning something new helps you to stay inspired on your path. Because we love to learn. We're about expansion. We love a course, you know? So maybe that's what you do, Sag. So what are the final words? Final words for Sagittarius. Oh, okay. Some words for you, Sag. Fantasy Island. Okay. Make sure everyone is involved and being realistic and on the same page. Embrace the uncertainty. And grasp the feather of hope, a delicate symbol of upward promises and an uplifting future. So you may be like having difficulties with others. And I feel like they're telling you that even if you are having difficulties with others and it seems uncertain as to what the future is, you know, retain hope, Sagittarius. And we are in a time where so many things are difficult, especially communication. Communication and delays. I usually stay pretty low during Mercury retrograde. I don't want to fight with nobody. Okay. So Sagittarius, that's what I have for you. I hope you have the best day ever. Toodles.